It was shocking news. Last year, the state auditor reported that there were more than 7,000 contaminated places in the state and no money to clean them up.
That it was based on a number that the Department of Environmental Quality came up with, but within a few months, the DEQ's number of toxic sites had shrunk to 3,000.
And now our Target 8 investigators have been poring over a sample of that number. Target 8 investigator Henry Erb has found some big surprises on that list.
The Michigan Department of Environmental Quality publication says there is more to be done. It says there are 3,000 contaminated sites in the state without funding, meaning the government needs a new round of cleanup money. 20 years ago, the voters approved the Clean Michigan initiative, but it's run out, and the governor wants to raise trash dumping fees to clean up the toxic 3,000.
We hear 3,000 sites. Wow, well, that's pretty alarming.
State legislators such as Appropriations Committee member Roger Victory of Hudsonville are wrestling with how to pay for it.
I need solid data to make that decisions on.
But that list of 3,000 contaminated sites may not be all that solid. Target 8 investigators have been checking. We looked at the 159 sites in Kent County that are on the list. We found that many have already been cleaned up, such as the old Rockford paper mill property. It was loaded with drums, tanks, and vats of toxic stuff until the EPA made it a Superfund site and cleaned it up in 2012. Today, it's back in use as the Bridgeway Community Church. It's one of the 28 Kent County sites cleaned up in the federal Superfund program, most of them more than 20 years ago. Still, they're on the state's contaminated list. We found another 23 sites that the DEQ itself listed in other reports as complete or closed, like the old Mount Vernon Foundry, cleaned up in 2001. The DEQ even uses it as an example of toxic turnaround in promoting its brownfield program because they turned that dirty old foundry into part of the Grand Valley State University downtown campus. But it's still listed among the DEQ's contaminated 3,000.
Here it is now, almost 8 years later. To see us pop up on this list was a surprise.
Grand Rapids Public Schools spokesman John Helmholdt is talking about the old Iroquois Middle School. It closed in 2006, and the Grand Rapids Public Schools sold it a few years later. But here it is on the contaminated list. It looks like that's because an environmental assessment at the time of sale found the old running track was made of cinders and contained lead and arsenic. The new owners had to dig it up and pave it over when they tore down the old Iroquois and built a new Christian elementary school.
The old track, right. I think that was the extent of it, and I believe that was remediated at that time.
We found some other well-known places on the contaminated list, such as 900 to 1010 Monroe Northwest. That was the old Berkey and Gay furniture factory. Now the sprawling boardwalk condos. The owner says the site was cleaned up 18 years ago before he even bought the building. Another well-known site on the list is 401 Stocking. It used to be the Little Mexico restaurant. Today, it's the popular brew pub Harmony Hall. Owners tell us they did an environmental assessment, and the site was clean when they bought it. It's a mystery how some of the sites got on the toxic list. We found an additional 7 places here in Kent County, such as residential wells somewhere here in the 4 Mile Road East Beltline area on the list, even though they were booted off the state's master list of toxic places 20 or more years ago, because they weren't polluted enough anymore to worry about. So why are they all on a state list of places that need more cleanup money? The DEQ says it's because there could be some pollution left over. In an email, it says it is not always economically sensible or even technically feasible to completely remove contamination. Sites such as Kent County's Recycling Center.
There's manufacturing and industrial use tracked back to the 1800s on this property.
Before Kent County built this recycling center, in 2009, they dug up 183 tons of contaminated soil and covered most of the site with pavement. Kent County's environmental compliance manager, Molly Sherwood, says there is a little contaminated soil left under the building, but it's not hurting anything because there's no groundwater around it.
I think the state keeps it on that list just so they can keep a record of it and just so they can know it's still out there, but I don't anticipate that anything would ever be required here.
In all, Target 8 investigators found that nearly half the 159 Kent County sites on the state's list are like this one, already cleaned up, but possibly with some leftover contamination that may or may not someday need further work. They are mingled in with the recently discovered contaminated places, such as the PFAS dumps, polluting wells in northern Kent County, and other sites still in the cleanup process. What we found surprised some state legislators.
Right, I was kind of reviewing some of these sites, and I was a little alarmed that these sites were even on the list. I'm thinking, I think the general public would be shocked if they know that site was on a list.
It muddies the matter for lawmakers like Victory who are struggling to come up with cleanup money. It makes them yearn for a new list, one that grades contaminated sites, separates urgent from the maybe someday second-round cleanups.
So as we dig into it and find out which ones are those A-level ones, B-level ones, and not just an alarming number of 3,000.
So we went back to the DEQ, which tells us it does set priorities. And the DEQ gave us a new number, a smaller number, 456. That's the number of places statewide that the agency says need attention now. But it says there's no money to handle even those 456. The DEQ says if the legislature okays the proposed 36 cents a ton landfill fee, it could clean up 300 sites a year. I'm targeted investigator Henry Erb.